from Ford Field in Detroit. It's a special Thanksgiving Day presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.
From the 10. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. On play action, they'll throw. They'll buy some time right. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Buying time to his left. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And look here, it's an opening drive fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. So now the Lions go on offense in a great starting spot. They'll be led out by a former most valuable player in the National Football League, the always dangerous Lamar Jackson.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
36-yard line.
Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up there at 32. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 49 yards on the ground. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First carry now for A.J. Dillon. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
On the scramble, Fred Warner in on the tackle. A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. This will be caught at about the 6. And the Bears are going to have first and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. The gain of 5 that time gives them the conversion and makes it first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll have a first down past the 40. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. It'll make something worse than what it was.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Jackson to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options and throws it away.
Thrown away and incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
And to give this time to the tailback. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Gain of 9 that time on the scramble. 1 yard shy of the marker, and it brings up 4th.
I like his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal, and yeah, points went against them.
And now look at him go. Room to run at the 50.
Receiving team. That's not good enough, man.
So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that, both guards.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Being chased out left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Bears will extend their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Complete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver. Going and then
at the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Second down at the 41. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now back to throw. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
And it's 3rd down.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. We do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So we're at halftime here in an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
Lions 3.
It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Taken from about the 12. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears.
Recovered by the kicking team.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. A good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
A gain of 6 yards on the play.
Back to throw here. Flushed out right.
Hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation,
he's straight. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. And again this time to the tailback. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. And there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
It's 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And it's a wobbler, but he does get it to go as it creeps over the bar. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So not the most convincing of kicks, but he got it to go.
Yeah, from a short distance, you expect a little bit more out of that kick, but the bottom line is what?
3 points.
3 points. Doesn't matter how it looked. It still counts the same.
Taken from about the 12. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now they air it out to start the drive, and it's complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 44 yards.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Offense. Man, they gotta let him play.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, Jackson eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
2nd down at the Bears' 32-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson dancing to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally get... And it is caught! Touchdown, Detroit! A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions have got it back to a 1-score game.
Raider lining up for the point after.
Well, the touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? Big pass play. Got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
10 at their own 32-yard line.
So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Loose football. The ball comes out, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And juke this time. He's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. And great effort. Does he get burned for that in film? He fought through some tackles. End result, though, a fumble.
It's going to be one of those situations where he'll get yelled at about the fumble, but at the same time get a check mark for the extra effort. And so it's one of those tough, tricky things for coaches. You don't want to coach it out of them so much that you take away the effort. You just want them to be conscious of taking care of the football.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to keep it here. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Well, they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Jackson steps away to his left. This one's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Well, the run on first down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The pass.
I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Now a handoff looking right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. That good for 22 and a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he almost had it defensively. It could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
It's third down and 3 yards.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down. Back to throw. Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Here's 2nd and 8. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Caught by number 11. 5 yards on the play.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
Number 1, the ball carrier.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Steps away. His throw incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Well, there was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early.
Chase McLaughlin lining up for the point out.
They had to go to the monitor. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And as he throws and the ball is out, it's a live football. And he's into the clear. The 40, the 30, the 20, 10, 5. And can you believe this? It's 2 points the other way on the fumble return. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
So Lamar Jackson in the offense. Down by 11. A minute 39 to go. And they're in danger of a third straight loss as they come up on first and 10. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 46. There he goes, right side. And they will score. Pick 6 for the Bears, touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs.
Yeah, preserve that. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand you want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
It smelled terrible. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick 6. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up any.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 13. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
The Bears in good field position to start out first and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now he'll let it go on the run. It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter. The outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. Forced out to his left. He'll run it. And he's stripped. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout.
First and 10.
And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now they try the right side here. It's out, it's loose. And this is picked up by the Bears. And that might just submit it. A return for a late touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, That's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
Recovered by the receiving team.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the
Here's another interception. Picked off around the 27.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And they're not able to complete it. Now just 6 seconds remain. Time for one, maybe 2 more plays. Second and 10 now from the 27. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to take another shot here, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
What's the deal, y'all?
So the game will continue for at least one more play.
to not finish a game on a defensive penalty. That's why they get one more untimed attempt.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution.